Vijayalakshmi, Head Department of Commerce with Application, who has been backbone of this program. Finally, I extend my welcome to all faculties, students from our college, and my genial welcome to all guests, invitees from various institutions who are gathered here to add radiance to this occasion. Once again, I welcome you all. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir.
Shall I start, madam? Hello.
Sorry, sir. Now, the session hand over to our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. C. Paramasivan, Periyar, EBR College, Trichy, to address the gathering. Thank you. Start, please, sir.
Yeah, thank you. My presentation is visible, madam.
No, sir. You can share your screen and present, sir. Sir, you didn't share your screen, sir?
Yeah. Is it visible, madam?
Now only it's visible, sir.
Is it visible, madam?
Yeah, sir. It is visible now.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir.
So, very good morning, Mandal person. Most respected the principal of Idaya College, respected management, respected head of the department, and coordinator of IGSC, and other faculty members in the Department of Commerce, as well as the other department of Vidya College, respected participants from various parts of the country. Once again, good morning to all. So I'm very happy to be here as a resource person to share my views and experience relating to the developing a strong research problem. So you know that the research is one of the very important part in our day-to-day life. Very particularly in the academic field, we can say every faculty member must involve some kind of research and development activities for their sustainability or the growth of the institution. That means it is the mandatory to all the faculty members, whether you are really interested in research or not. That is not a matter. So everyone must commit some kind of research and development activities for the betterment of the society as well as the institutions. So in this regard, so here, now we are going to discuss some things about how to develop a strong research problem. For any kind of research, there is a need of problem. Before we are going to discuss about the research problem, first we must understand some things about the research. Research is a process of systematic inquiry that entails collection of data. You want to get some systematic inquiry, you may involve some kind of research. Or if any systematic inquiry with the help of collection of data in a proper manner is called as a research. The documentation of critical information. If any activities which is related to the documentation of the critical information is called as a research. An analyze and interpretation of that data and information. So you have to analyze and interpret the data which you have collected from various sources. Based on that, you are going to give some solution or the recommendation to the needed group. So this is something about the research. Then why we want to do the research? What is the purpose of conducting research? What do organization or business really want to find out? So everywhere there will be a problem. There is an issue. So there is a need of result, find out. So what kind of things your organization or your business want to find out? This is one of the important purpose. Then what are the process that need to be followed to just the ideas? So there is some ideas you have. How these ideas is going to be processed. That also called as a research. What are the arguments that need to be built around a concept? If you take the concept, very particularly in social science, the concept which consists of argument, or the concept which consists of criticism. If there is no criticism of a particular concept, that is not treated as a valid concept, because there should be a criticism, there should be an argument against and for about the concept. Then only it will be considered as a valid or a good concept. Then what is the evidence that will be required for the people to believe in the idea or the concept? Suppose we can say, you can say that examples of the corona vaccination. The earlier period, what was happened in our country, the people were hesitant to take vaccination because there was no evidence that vaccination protects from coronavirus. But now what is happened? Now the people are willing to take vaccination for coronavirus. How it is possible? Because there was the evidence when you use vaccination, it gives 60 to 70% protection from the coronavirus. It was the evidence produced by the medical authorities. So now the people believe the vaccination is mandatory or the vaccination is essential to fight against the corona. So this is called as the evidence. So every research must have some evidence. The characteristics of research. What are the characteristics of the research? A research must have some systematic approach. Systematic approach. What is that? A systematic approach. You see that if you want to get anything, there should be a system. There should be a systematic approach. For example, you can see you want to do some things. What you are doing, you will follow some system or a procedure. So that is called as a systematic approach. Then logical reasoning. There is a logical reason why you are involving research. What is the logic behind that? There is inductive and deductive methods behind the logical reasoning. Then in-depth analysis of all the data collected. So mere collection of data or analysis of the data is not enough, or it is not considered as a scientific research. There should be an in-depth analysis. What is the use of the data? How these data can be related with some other data. You know that in research we are doing variables, dependent variables and independent variables. When these two variables are going to be joined together, there will be a result. There will be a solution. So that every research must have some in-depth analysis of the data. Then create a path for generating new questions. Create a path for generating new questions. That is the scope for further research. Every research must give some ideas for developing a new research. Analytical in nature. The research must have some analysis. Then accuracy is one of the most important aspect of the research. The accuracy, that is called as the validity, or we can say it is the reliability. So every research must have some accuracy. about the data, about the methodology, about the process, about the researcher, about the research. So these are some of the important characteristics of the research. Then types of research methods you already discussed, so that I am briefly explain in this time. So we can say some important research methods: the basic research, applied research, problem-oriented research, problem-solving research, qualitative research, and quantitative research. You might studied in the research design topic areas. So these are some of the important types of research which is mostly used in the field of the academic areas. Okay, the research process. What are the research process we have to follow? The selection of the research problem. We can start with the selection of the research problem. For any kind of research, we must identify the research problem. Based on that, we can go for the extensive literature survey, making hypothesis, preparation of research design, sampling, data collection, data analysis, hypothesis testing, generalization of interpretation, preparation of the report. These are all the process of the research. Okay, now I will come to the major topic is called as a research problem. First, you have to understand research problem. So you see that the problem can be approached in two different aspects. One is academic research, another one is the real research. What is the difference between the academic research and real research? You see that the academic research, which is mainly for the purpose of obtaining a degree. It may be the MPhil or PhD or DLit or DSc. So when the research report is going to submit for the purpose of obtaining a degree is called as a academic research. Whereas when the research is going to undertake for the purpose of solving the problem which is faced by the society or the country is called as a real research. There is a difference. There is a gap between the academic research and real research. You see that as an academic researcher, in academic research, we have some framework, we have some formulas, we have some structure. Based on that only we can submit our report. Otherwise, it will be rejected. You see that in the previous slide, we discussed about the research process. What are the items should be included in the research report? All the items should be given in an appropriate manners. Otherwise, the report will not consider. Whereas in the real research, in the applied research, there is no need to follow any procedure. The only thing is it must be a scientific research. It must give some solution to the real life problem of the society or of the country. So, but whatever may be, there is a need of issue or the problem. You see that in Western countries, the research will undertake based on the research issue or the problem in Western countries. They will not find out or they will not search for any problem. The problem will exist in the society or in the country. For giving the solution to that problem, the researcher will do the research. Whereas in India, very particularly in academic research, I want to do the research. For that purpose, I will search the problem. Even suppose the research scholar want to join PhD. So the guide will ask, you find out the research problem. What the candidate will do is simply go to the library, or even now the scholars will not go to library. They are not going to library. Simply they will open their laptop or mobile phone and type all the topic related information and collect the topics from various sources and give it to the guide. So it is not a real problem finding process. So you have to identify some problems which is really need some solution. Or even it may be in the society, or even it may be in the business, or even it may be in the government, or in any science or any field. So that research problem is a specific issue. It is a specific issue. Difficulty. What is the specific issue now? The corona. The corona is a specific issue. Difficulty. What is the difficulty? The corona is the difficulty. Contradiction. What is the contradiction? The corona is the contradiction to the normal life. Or a gap in knowledge. Why the corona is spreading? Why we are not able to avoid the corona? That you will aims to address in your research. So there is an issue. If you take the corona, we can say the corona is a common phenomenon. With the help of the corona, we can do social research, science research, business research, economic research, government related research, and any kind of technology research and any kind of research. The only thing is how this issue is going to influence the society, how these issues is going to influence the economy, how this issue is going to influence the day-to-day activities, or healthcare, or the education system, or the technological upgradation, or technological diffusion, or any things we can relate. That is the real way how the research problem is going to be identified. A research problem is a statement about an area of concern, a condition to be improved, a difficulty to be eliminated, or a troubling question that exists in scholarly literature, in theory, or in practice. So, when you want to convert the research problem into the statement of the research problem, that statement of the research problem must give some opportunity to explore your problem with the help of the solution. That is called as a research problem. Okay. The purpose of a research problem statement. The purpose why the research problem statement is going to be given. Introduce the reader to the importance of the topic. Introduce the reader to the importance of the topic being studied. So what problem you are going to be given in the statement, or what problem you are going to be discussed in your research. That is very important things. Place the problem into a particular context. In which place, for example, you may plans to economics, you may plans to commerce, you may plans to sociology, you may plans to business administration, you may plans to science, or you may plans to any subject. In which place you are going to fix your problem. That's very important things. Then provide the framework for reporting. How you are going to framework for reporting the result and indicate what is probably necessary to conduct the study and explain how the findings will present in this information. That's all the purpose of the problem statement. So, how we can select the problem or how we can find out the problem. That is very important things. So, normally in the research, in academic research, there is some process. Even in the university itself, they have given some guidelines. Once you joined in a PhD, or once you admitted as a scholar in the PhD, the guide will ask to find out some literature, review of literature. You go and collect some review of literature, or you discuss with somebody, or you find out the problems. So the candidate, what they will do, they will go to some somewhere and read some materials and discuss with some expert or peer group or some others, and they will come to some ideas. Based on that idea, he will discuss with the guide. The guide will develop the idea. So finally, they will find out the problem statement. This is the real process of the research problem find out. Here the sources. The sources means the first very important sources is deductions from the theory. That means how the problems will identify, how the new topic will come, how the new idea will come, how the new theory will come. Only we have to read again and again about the particular topic or the subject. So when you are going to study, please. Hello. Yeah. Yeah. Madam, is it okay?
Yes, sir. It's going on well, sir.
Okay, okay. Thank you, madam. Thank you. If any problems, please inform me.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Good. So, the first sources of problem is deductions from the theory. The deductions from the theory means you are going to get the research problems or issue based on the reference in the books and journals. Periodical study, periodical reference of the books and journals. But fortunately, nowadays, scholars, students, even the faculty members are not interested to read books and journals. So what we are reading or we are studying only for our academic examination point of view. Otherwise, we will not read it. So lot of materials are there. Once again, you read again and again, you will get some concept. You can get some theories. For example, suppose you are going to read the management, business management or business administration book. You will get some theories. For examples, it may be management thinkers, the Taylor, Henry Fayol. The Taylor, F.W. Taylor is called as a father of modern management or scientific management. Father of scientific management. He has given some concepts to improve the management practice in the business. Okay, everything is okay as far as his point of view. When he was implemented this concept in his industry or in that time. But whether that theory will applicable in the present context or not. That is the creative thinking, or that is the innovative thinking, or that is the different thinking. Likewise, you must read all the books and materials. You can see the accountancy. As a commerce students or a commerce faculty, the research in commerce or in accountancy is very, very rare. Nobody is going to do the research in accountancy. Whereas all the people are doing research in marketing, HR, finance, and other things. No one is interested to do the research in accountancy. Or otherwise, we are all teaching accountancy subject to the students. What we are teaching to our students? Only problems we are going to teach to our students. This is things, these things, debit side this amount, credit side this amount. If both sides the amount will okay, the problem is solved. Or otherwise you can manage or adjust it. Assets and liabilities. Like that only we are teaching. We are not inculcating, we are not improving the fundamental concept of the accounting. How many of the students are getting knowledge about the Indian accounting standard, IFRS, GAAP, like that? Nobody is going to understand. So when you study about the theory again and again, you will get some ideas, you will get some problems, you will get some sources. So deductions from the theory is one of the very important sources of identifying the research problems for your research. Then interdisciplinary perspectives. Interdisciplinary perspectives. Being a commerce teacher, I can apply my subject in sociology, in economics, in mathematics, in biology, or in computer science, or in any other subject. When I apply my theoretical knowledge into the interdisciplinary subject, we can find out a very good solution, or we can find out a very good problem, issues. That will be the real research. That will be the real research. You see that now the government, particularly the Ministry of Education, is concentrating more on interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary, and transdisciplinary in it. Even now, they are not concentrating about the multidisciplinary. They are concentrating only about the transdisciplinary. That interdisciplinary means two subjects, commerce and sociology, or commerce and computer science is called as a interdisciplinary. Multidisciplinary means commerce, sociology, and computer science. It is called as a multidisciplinary. Transdisciplinary means commerce, sociology, computer science, and biology. This is called as a multidisciplinary, transdisciplinary. So when we are thinking these issues in a transdisciplinary or multidisciplinary or interdisciplinary perspectives, we will give some ideas. You see that examples of the corona. The main concept of the corona is the corona impact, or the corona is dangerous for the human life. The corona is dangerous for the human life. That means corona leads to death of human people. We discuss only about this matter. But the corona influence in lot of areas, or the corona negatively influence, or we can say the lockdown. Because of the lockdown, lot of people were lost employment. People are facing lot of problems. Our country economy is, GDP is less than 7.5%. Like that, people are thinking. Whereas there is some good advantages also happen in the lockdown period, very particularly in academic field, education field. So after lockdown only, the people are involved in the academic field, very particularly in the academicians, are aware about the Zoom, Google Meet, Cisco, this kind of webinar. Who knows about the webinar before lockdown? Nobody knows about the webinar. But what is happening today? So all people are empowered and enabled to utilize the information and communication technology for their teaching, learning purpose. This is one kind of positive impact of the corona. We must understand. You should think about this kind of activities. That is called as interdisciplinary perspectives. Then interviewing practitioners. Who is the practitioners? The people, those who are involving in a particular field. They are called as practitioners. You see that practitioners means what we are thinking in our mind, maybe the legal professionalist, auditor, doctor, they are all called as a practitioner. They are all beyond that, those who are practicing, those who are continuously involving in a particular field, they are also called as practitioners. They are all regularly touching with the particular people. They are all also called as practitioners. For examples, volunteers, corona volunteers, they are the practitioners nowadays. So we can interview with the practitioner, corona practitioner, that is the volunteers. When we are going to interview with the corona volunteers, they will give some information based on their experience. With that, we can develop a research problem. Okay. Then another thing is the personal experience. personal experience. Apart from that, some personal experience you had, that can be generated, that can be modified, that can be improved with the help of your theoretical knowledge or literature like that. So these are some of the important sources of a research problem. Then types of research problem. What are the different types of the research problem? We can say lot of research problems types, but for our subject point of view, for our discussion point of view, the research problems can be classified into theoretical research problem, applied research problem, and action research problem. Theoretical research problem. What is that theoretical research problem? It is a theoretical explanation of a research problem. It gives only theory and the meaning of the problem. You see that most of the research in the field of literature, or in the field of the anthropology, or in the field of the cultural studies like that. So we can give only the theoretical explanation of the research problem. We cannot give any application-oriented or action-oriented research. We can develop some theory, or we can develop some knowledge, or we can develop some models or the concept. It defines the problem theoretically. This type of research has no need of hypothesis or verification. So we are not going to collect any data. We are not going to formulate any hypothesis. We are not going to apply any statistical methods or statistical tools. Just we are going to give the theoretical explanation about the problem. Okay. So this kind of research, what are the features of this kind of research? It is exploratory. It explores the knowledge of the particular issues. It is a theoretical in nature. It is purely based on the theoretical in nature. It provides basic meaning. It provides basic meaning. It gives some basic meanings to the particular issue or the particular things. You see that, for examples, even I can explain with the examples. The theoretical research problem, you see that the accounting convention and concept. Accounting convention and concept. This accounting convention is there, accounting concept is there. You see that one concept is called as a matching concept or historical concept. You can take one concept, historical concept or matching concept. Or we can say there is one topic, it may be called as a depreciation. You see that depreciation. The depreciation for plant and machinery. Why the depreciation is charged for plant and machinery or any equipments or machineries? Because the life of the machinery will reduce, the value of the machinery will reduce at the end of the life of the machine. So we want to replace the machine. For that purpose, we are charging depreciation. Okay, the machine value will decrease. So that we want to compensate, we are charging depreciation. It may be 10% or 20% like that. Okay, the concept is correct. Whereas the business is charging depreciation for the land and building. The value of the land will decrease or appreciate. The land value of the land and building will appreciate. Then why you have to charge depreciation? Why you have to charge depreciation? This is the concept. This is the theoretical issue. You must give some theoretical explanation why these kind of things are happening in the balance sheet or the financial statement of the company. So maybe to safeguard the financial soundness of the company. So why these kind of things are happening in the financial statement? So like that, you can give some theoretical explanation in your research. This is called as a theoretical research problem. Then another important thing is applied research problem. The applied research problem is a practical use of theoretical knowledge. You are going to apply the theoretical knowledge for the purpose of find out the practical problems. In that type, the field work and visit to the problematic situation is necessary. You must go to the field. You must go to the field. It has the design of hypothesis and verification. You must go to the field. You must collect the data. You must meet the person, and the data should be properly verified and validate with the help of the hypothesis. So this is called as applied research. It is a practical in nature. It has exploratory hypothesis. It wants the verification. It needs some verifications. Okay. Then action research. Action research problem is that one for which the immediate solution is required. So if there is a solution, immediate solution is required, it is called as a action research. There are millions of problems in the world. The type of research is continuous and needs quick solution in emergency phase. So if you need immediate solution, you see that in Corona, we are all in the Corona pandemic period. We need immediate solution. For that, we can do some research. That is called as a action research problem. It is a welfare oriented. It is service oriented. It is sensitive and immediate decision required for the solution. The period of the research will be very short. There is an immediate solution and immediate decision is needed for this kind of research. So these are some of the important research problems. Then the characteristics of the statement of the research problem. So when you are preparing a research report, the statement of the problem is very important. All kind of your research work is based on the statement of the research problem. So the statement of the research problem in practice is based on the some sources, mostly review of literature. So based on the review of literature, you are come to conclusion or you will find out some issue or the problem for your research. Based on the research problem, you are going to formulate the objectives. You are going to frame the objectives, and based on the objectives, you are going to formulate the hypothesis. Based on the hypothesis, you are going to decide the methodologies. That means the data collections or the statistical analysis. Based on the analysis, you are going to give the interpretation. Based on your interpretation, you will give the suggestions. These all are the process. Whereas, so that when you are going to preparing a research report, the statement of the research problem play a key role or the major role. What are the characteristics of the statement of the research problem? It should address a gap in knowledge. It should address a gap in knowledge. Normally what we are doing, we are collecting the review of literature. Based on the collection of review of literature, we develop a research gap. So yearly studies was undertaken relating to this topic. There is a gap. So the proposed research is going to fill the gap. This is the way to write a research statement. Okay, it should address a gap in knowledge. What gap was there in the earlier literature? That should be mentioned in the research problem. It should be significant enough to contribute to the existing body of the research. This research, that means the proposed research problem, should be significant. It should provide something to the existing body of the research. Otherwise, it is not treated as a valid or quality statement of problem. It should lead to further research. Not only provide the existing knowledge, but also it provide an opportunity for the further research. The problem should render itself to investigation through collection of data. That should be opportunity to provide the collection of data for the validation or the strengthening of the research. It should be of interest to the researcher and should his or her skill, time, and resources. That is very important things. As far as the academic research, a PhD, it may be 3 years. The research problem should be confined according to the researcher skill, time, and resource, cost, etc. Otherwise, even though if the research problem is good, but it will take much time, maybe 5 years or 10 years, then what is the use of this research to the scholar? Or it consists of lakhs and lakhs of rupees. What is the use of the researcher? So that it must be suitable to the skill of the researcher, time, and the resources. Then the approach towards solving the problem should be ethical. What problem you are going to solve, it should be ethics. It must have some ethics. Unethical things you should not consider for your research problem. Okay. Then you have to understand the format of the statement of the problem. So when you are writing a research problem in your research report, it may be divided into 3 parts. Your statement of the problem may be divided into 3 parts. The part 1 is the ideal. The describe a desired goal or ideal solution, explain how things should be. So what kind of ideal you are going to be apply in your research? That should be given in a free manner. Okay. Then the part B, the reality. It should describe the conditions that prevent the goal's state or value in part A from being achieved or realized this time. Explain how the current situations falls short of the goal or idea. The reality, the idea is there, the goal is there. What is the real situation in this existing body of the knowledge? So that should be explained in your statement in the part B. Then the part C, it is the consequences. What will be the result? What will be the reflection? Identify the way you propose to improve the current situation and move it closer to the goal or idea. So what will be the consequences? Suppose you are going to undertake a research. What will be the result? That result will create what kind of impact in the society or in the country. That all are the very important things you have to give in your statement of the problem as a in this kind of format. Okay. Then determining whether a problem should be researched. So what kind of problems can be researched? We can say all kind of research problems may not be researched, because it needs some extra knowledge or it needs some extra resources. So that we should be very careful within the time frame or within the cost or within the resource, we must decide, is the problem researchable? Okay. Can you study the problem? Very important question. Can you study the problem? If yes, you can proceed. Do you have access to the research site? If you access the research site, you can go. Do you have the time, resource, and skill to carry out the process? There is a need of enough time, resource, and skill to carry out the process. If you can proceed. Should you study one? If you study these kind of things already, does it advance knowledge? If the research is already undertaken, why you have to do the research? If it is advanced knowledge, you can do it. Does it contribute to the practice? Is there any new things or new method will contribute to the practice? Will your investigation fill the gap or void in the existing literature? Your investigation fill the gap. If it will fill the gap, you can proceed. Will your investigation replicate the past study but examine different practice participants and different research sites? That also very important things. Will your investigation extend past research or examine the topic more thoroughly? Will it give voice to people not here, silenced or rejected in the society? So simply we can say the research problem should be useful to the society, or it should be provide some new knowledge to the academic or the existing community. So that what you should do, you must read the literature thoroughly. Without reading, without knowing the concept, without understanding the background of the knowledge, if you are involving any kind of theory, research, it will not be a good research. It will not be a good research. So in the academic research, what is happening? Just you can see the topic. All people, almost all the researchers are doing the research, a study on financial performance, a study on consumer behavior, a study on job satisfaction, a study on work-life balance. So almost all kind of commerce-related theses are related to this. What is the use? One person's undertaken a research, a study on consumer behavior or the customer satisfaction of internet banking in Ramanathapuram district. Another people who did research in Tiruchirappalli district. Another people who did research in Kanyakumari district. Another person in Coimbatore district. Another person in almost all the districts were covered with the same topic. What will be the implication? What will be the impact? What will be the result to the society? What kind of problems you are going to be identified? Just you are looking the topic, based on the topic, which one will be suitable, which one will be attractive, and which one will be easy to collect the data. Based on that only the researchers or the scholars are going to conduct the research. They don't know about the background of the research, the conceptual background of the research problem. We study again and again, then only we will find out some things, some issues. With that issue, we can go. Okay. So these are some of my free discussion in this forum. If you have any questions, you may raise.
Dear participants, if there is any doubt and question, please ask. Our chief guests are available. Dear participants, please ask any questions and doubts.
Professor, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah,
Good morning.
Professor, good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Yeah, your presentation is very nice, but I have one clarification. Don't take it as a question.
No problem. First, you introduce yourself, sir. No problem.
Yes, I am Dr. Ukli Srinivasan.
Yeah, please, sir.
That is, while we are drafting the statement of the problem, what are all the factors to be included in that statement of the problem? How
So
do
what
we?
are?
While
Yeah.
while we are drafting the statement of the problem, what are all the factors we have to be considered?
Okay, sir. Very nice questions. Actually, you are always asking very valuable questions. I know. I hope it is not only for you, but also for other students.
Budding research.
Yeah, funding research. I know very well in this way. So I have mentioned some of the important things in the research problem. What are the items should be included in the research problem? I think it is your question.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So in that things, when we are going to undertake any research, first you have to read thoroughly about the particular issues or the problems. When you are going to read thoroughly about a particular problems or issues, you will get some research gap. So that gap should be clearly mentioned in your research problem first. That is very important things. Then another thing is how this research problem is going to give a new knowledge to the existing body of the research. That is very important things. Then another thing is whether this problem will give some future opportunities for research. That is another thing. Then is the problem is suitable for investigation through collection of data or not? That also very important things. So likewise, and also very important, very important thing is the sources, resources, whether the researcher can do the research within their available resources. That means resources means their personnel. That means whether it can be undertaken by one person or 2 person or 3 person. But how many time, that is there, how many years are needed to complete this research problem. Then the cost, how much amount is needed to complete the research. Then other resources, what are the other resources are available to complete the research problem, research issues. So these are some of the important points you have to consider while writing there or while developing the research problem.
Yes, of course, sir. Thank you for your explanation.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
That is, identifying the exact research problem is half of the problem is solved.
Yes,
Am I
sir.
right?
Yes, sir. So that's why we need to read lot of materials.
Yes, of course. Because nowadays the people are selecting the problem first. After that, they are searching the data.
Yeah.
If the data is not available for their problem, they are facing so many difficulties.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking this question or a clarification to you, because most of the
yes, sir. Even some people are not aware about the research problem after complete his PhD. That also things also happening. One of the person met me to join PhD under my guidance. I asked given an instruction to find out the problem and come to meet me, like that I informed him. Then he came again to meet me. and he informed, sir, I have no problem, sir. All my family problems solved. Now I can join as a candidate under your guidance, like that. So that even the scholars are not aware about the problems. Research problems. What is research problem? Research problem is nothing but research issue. What kind of issue you are going to take as a theme for your research? That is the important thing.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah.
I'm Dr. Subhatra, working as assistant professor in Holy Cross College, Tiruchirappalli. I have one clarification, sir.
Okay.
Conceptual framework you told me, told that, sir.
Yes, madam.
How we can frame all the concepts in our article, sir? What are the procedures we have to frame? If any procedures are there, what are the concepts we have to inculcate in our article or in our work, research work?
Yeah. Yes. Conceptual framework. Concept means it is a theory or the knowledge of a particular things or a particular event. You see, for examples, you want to study about the women entrepreneurship. Women entrepreneurship. What are the concepts you are going to consider for your research? Whether you are going to consider the financial aspect or the marketing aspect or the personal aspect or the psychological aspect. So which aspect you are going to undertake? In that particular aspect, what are the concept is going to be influence the particular issue? For example, if you take the finance, in that way, how the finance play a major role in the entrepreneurship. So that concept should be taken as a key concept for your research. Based on that concept, you can come to your research problem. Based on that research problem, you can complete your research study. Because the concept is not an individual. It is n number of concepts may associate with a particular variables or the particular issue. For us, we have to take only one concept. That is the financial problems or the own fund as a main concept. How we can start our business with the help of the own fund. If we start the business with the help of the own fund, what are the constraints, what are the problems, or what are the opportunities are associated with that? So that kind of things we have to apply. So you have to narrow down. First to decide the wide topic. From that wide topic, you have to concise and you have to narrow down and you will come to a particular point. In that point, you have to start your research statement. Okay. Then only it will be the nice statement. Your research will be unique.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Another question in the chat box. This is the question from Sasikala Ayyappan. How we select the good research topic?
I will select the good research topic.
Yes, sir.
The research topic is different from research problem. Okay. So research problem ரொம்ப சிம்பிளா சொல்லணும் அப்படின்னா பேர் வைக்கிறது தான் research topic. So we can select the research topic according to our own choice. That is not a matter. But selecting the research problem is purely based on literature review, discussion with the expert, field visit, and other personal experience. So I already mentioned in my slide, there are 4 important sources of review of research problem. The first, review of literature, that is the conceptual understanding or theoretical knowledge. Then we can discuss with the experts, or we can go for the field visit, or there will be a personal experience. So these all are the major sources for selecting a good research problem. Whereas the topic, I don't know whether he is asking the question relating to topic or a problem. If it is a topic, for that also I can give some good suggestions. Normally, our people are using this topic, a study on test with reference to Tiruchirappalli district, like that. Nowadays, no researcher, no quality or good researcher will follow this kind of topic. Simply you go to that topic straightly. There is no need of prefix and suffix. A study on, you remove the study on, or with reference, with the special reference, you remove that things. Consumer perception towards e-banking, that's all. A study on with reference to Tiruchirappalli district, Kanyakumari district. Why you are adding this kind of things? So straightly you can mention it in your topic. The remaining things we can incorporate in our scope of the study or in our limitations of the study. So all things need not mention in our topic itself. Okay. Okay.
Any other doubt and clarification, please ask dear participants.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir. So my question is,
Yeah, please introduce yourself. Yeah.
Dr. I am Dharmaraj from ABC College, Mailadvarai, Mannamandal, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, please, sir.
Sir, my small doubt only.
Yeah.
Don't use any prefix or suffix that is called as a study on, that is a part of it with reference to.
Yeah.
In this
Yeah.
part is totally removed your point of view, sir.
Yes, sir.
Most of us, the area titles based upon either study on particular area or wider. That is another limitation, sir.
Yeah.
This is either
Yeah.
utilized or not utilized.
Yeah. Well, because this was the conventional method using the study on reference. It was the conventional method. Nowadays,
Okay,
you can see any topic which was submitted by the eminent researcher or any famous research institute like IIM, IIT, or any leading research institute. They will not use this kind of prefix and suffix. So all items can be incorporated in the scope and limitations. So there is no rule is there. First, we must understand there is no rule relating to the research project. Most of the university has given only the page restrictions. That's all.
Okay, sir.
Yeah,
But
even
it is only the postgraduate degree, sir.
pardon, I'm not able to understand.
Not only doctorate degree, but also you utilize the postgraduate degree, sir.
Yes, sir. Even we are committing some mistakes in postgraduate PG report. In postgraduate level, that is the project report only. In that project report, we are insisting our students to write review of literature, statement of the problem, research methodology, like that. That is not necessary for preparing a project report. The project report is not a research report. It is a report about a particular survey or a particular incident or a particular observation.
Okay,
So,
sir.
very particularly the common students, those who are studying MCOM, they are doing all project report as like a MPhil dissertation or a PhD report. It is not necessary. They lost their original preparation of the project report. For example, the candidate is going to apply for bank loan. The bank manager asks to prepare a project report. Even
Thank you,
the
sir.
graduates are not able to prepare a project report. What they are understanding, the project report must consist of literature, methodology, limitation, chapter, like that. That is not a research report. That is not a real project report. The project report is the report of the particular event or a particular activities or a particular observation.
Okay, sir.
So
Okay, sir.
we
Thank
have
you
to
very much.
practice like that only.
Sir, I want to add one more thing with Dr. Paramasivan sir.
Yeah, yes, sir. Please, sir.
If our statement of if our objective statement of the problem methodology is clearly well defined, there is no need to add a prefix or suffix.
Yeah, yeah.
Am I right, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Everything is covered in part. So we need not give any study on or any other, which is
Yeah.
correct.
Thank
Yeah,
you, sir.
that
Thank
can,
you.
that can be added in the scope of the studies or limitation of the study.
Yes, sir.
Whatever things, because in social science, research is based on the perception of the researcher. What I am telling may be wrong according to your perception. So it is the uniqueness of the social science research, so that we not worry about this kind of formalities and format. Only thing is whether your statement of the problem is good, which will give some valuable inputs to the real life society or not. That is enough.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
In most they are confusing with the scope and the concept also.
Yeah, sir. Yeah.
Reality nowadays.
Yeah. Even I have completed under my guidance 23 PhD candidates were awarded, but I know only 20% of research. Lot of things are there in research. No one is expert in research and research methodology because it is a continuous process. No one is expert in the world. So I am explaining about the research problem in my point of view. You may be the expert in that research problem in your point of view also. So I agree. Is there any other questions?
I think there is nothing in the chat box, sir. Shall we conclude?
Yeah, we can do it.
Thank you, sir. Kanmala?
Madam,
We
thank
can
you, sir.
conclude.
Thank you, sir. I give
Yeah,
a
thank you,
really
madam.
heartfelt thanks to you, sir. You spend your busiest time gracing the occasion. Today, we had an opportunity to hear your thoughts about research problem, and this is definitely encourage all of those who are doing PhD, sir. Thank you, sir. Really super, sir. Once again, I thank all the participants.
Yeah. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for your nice participation as well as the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
The tomorrow section will start at 10 a.m. Thank you, participants.